Bonjour mes amis, hi guys, let's have a casual, let's say, comparison between the Seiko MarineMaster, the 300 meter saturation diver of Seiko, and the Rolex Sea Dweller. This is the Sea Dweller 4000, so it's the discontinued model that ran from 2014 to 2017, something around that period. So you have all the trademarks of Sea Dweller, the 1000 meter depth resistance, fully graduated bezel. Here it is ceramic, so it is a very modern type of watch with the maxi dial, and there is no cyclops. 40 millimeters, so it wears kind of petite on the wrist, and the thickness is kept in check. You have the glide lock, so it is my favorite modern diver from Rolex. Now, when Seiko wanted to go the saturation diver way, they went for a monoblock case, so everything is inserted from the top. So they don't need, it's so resistant that they don't need any helium escape valve like Omega, on the side here, or Rolex have. The solution of Rolex is very elegant, very discreet, and discreetly notifies the casual viewer that there's something special going on here. So here you have a much thicker watch, probably around 16 millimeters to the 14 of the Rolex ish. It's 42 millimeters, but it wears very small because the dial itself is quite small, and you have kind of like the same style of same size of markers, but on a smaller dial. So it's an interesting visual effect that the MarineMaster always does. A nice visual trick. It's a bigger watch, but kind of looks smaller in some ways. The lug to lug is similar on the two, so it wears also very tidy on the wrist. I was very surprised. I was always reticent to purchase one of these, but when this version came out, it's a very special version. It's the SLA045, so you're unlikely to see it in the US. It's an Asia special that came out this year, and I absolutely love the color combo here. A mix of gray with if I zoom in, sort of a dolphin skin there pattern, but it's very discreet, so it doesn't overpower the watch. And you have just touches of blue. The ceramic bezel is blue and is loomed from the 0, the 12 to 20. So it's a great effect at night. In the daytime, you barely notice a difference of color, and it's something you don't get with the Rolex. Crown at 4, very nice detail. The date here is nicely framed, nice brushing on the hands. So although it's a much more affordable watch at around the $3,000 point, you have a lot of the Grand Seiko touch on it, and when you see it, it is very luxurious. So next to the Rolex in my watch box, it's almost more shiny and almost honestly more beautiful than the sports model from Rolex. Where you don't feel as luxurious is that the bracelet, although very good, it's hard to beat the Oyster bracelet. It is the reference, but it is still very comfortable and very well made, and I like how the handling is done. I think it is quite beautiful, the way it's rounded there, and the watch wears great on the wrist because it angles right down, so the lug to lug is true to form. And although you don't have the glide lock, you have a sort of glide lock. So the clasp, this bit here, is very solid. I mean, you see the I guess call that ball bearing or whatever. There's a great clip that you don't get at the lower price points of Seiko. So the tolerance is very sharp. The trick here, and when I wear the watch I use that a lot, is when you push a bit further this latch, you unlock the extension, the diver's extension, which is really great. I mean, it doesn't look very elegant, this gap, but who cares? It's a tool, and in a way it's kind of cool to have that tool, and it's you can use it on the wrist very easily. So a nifty little hidden trick there. The clasp itself is of very good manufacture. So if you've always been felt a bit let down by the Seiko quality when you paid $1,000 or less, the MarineMaster is worth your extra money at $3,000. Honestly, I wouldn't say it's a steal, but Grand Seiko doesn't do a great diver. I don't know why they're so huge. They're unwearable. The MarineMaster has always been a fan favorite because it has the Grand Seiko sharpness, the sharp edges, the beautiful Zaratsu polishing, the tin plate polishing, with a very interesting case that wears small. I mean, look on the wrist. You see how the case angles back down. So the footprint on the wrist is actually quite tiny. What makes it so thick is a big thick crystal, and around it this coin-edged mega bezel. The bezel action, I think it's second to the Rolex in the watch world. Honestly, it is amazing. Just enough resistance. I put it next to the mic. It aligns perfectly. And really is a pleasure to use. It's a bit lighter than the Rolex. Rolex is the reference. The feel, it's like a machine gun. It's like tack, 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 tack. You can really feel as if it was going between, little ball bearings. I don't think that the Seiko is even close, but it's the next best from everything I've tried. I haven't tried the Blancpain 50 Fathoms, which I think is also very excellent. The day change is also very excellent on the MarineMaster, because inside you have an 8L35. So it's a Grand Seiko type movement, and if you look on the Bruce Williams channel, he had one watch carrying the same movement, opened by his watchmaker once, and the finishing was sublime on it. Beautiful. I won't say Côte de Genève. It's more like Côte wherever they are in Japan, but very scintillating movement. Where they draw the line at Seiko is that they don't regulate it in 5 position or 6 position like they would do for the Grand Seiko version of the movement. So what you're gonna get is something that has great amplitude, that's very steady day in, day out, but you don't know exactly where it's gonna fall. It's gonna be probably -10, +15, something like that, but it could be +10 a day, for example, or -10 a day. This one is within 5 seconds. I think I don't really remember. I think it's a bit slow. I wore it all weekend. Today is Monday, and I can see 25. Actually, no, it's a little bit fast. I'm looking at the atomic clock on my screen. I think it gains 5 seconds a day, which is not bad at all. And I think Seiko, or Grand Seiko, if they were looking at the movement, they could regulate it -2, +2, the Rolex standard. It's a very good movement. The day change is very, very sharp. And it's got, I think, 50 hours of power reserve. Now, why would you buy the MarineMaster is because it puts a smile on your face. When you buy the Rolex, you have the confidence that you have the very best. You know it's the very best. There's nothing better. There are more expensive divers, but this is the one to have. But it's also very under the radar. I mean, yes, it's a Rolex, but in a way it is just a Rolex. It looks a lot like the Submariner. So Submariner or this, you know, equally good, but it's very common. It's the image itself of what a diver should be. But sometimes, you know, I wear it and I'm like, it's nothing special, especially here in Hong Kong. But when I wear the MarineMaster, well, first, the weight reminds me that I'm wearing a MarineMaster. It is quite heavy at 220 grams. But weirdly, after a while, you completely forget about it. When you're walking, yeah, it might feel heavier always going down like this. But, you know, like I wear it at night and I don't even feel it. And the loom is supreme. The loom lasts all night. In the morning, you still see even on the bezel, you still see the loom. And I love the blue chromalite, of course, of Rolex. It's something very special. But the loom here is hand applied, and the indices are applied by hand as well. It's totally incomparable to the $1,000 and down Seiko divers. You might be tricked in thinking that it kind of looks the same, but in person you can feel the attention to detail. This is a watch that has a lot of hand input into it. It's not just a machined watch. And back to what I was saying, it puts a smile on your face when you have it. This crazy cool case, very unique in the watch game. There's nothing like it, really. I mean, if you're a fan of Panerai, I think it's going to have the same effect, that incredible case shape. And this is what I feel with it. And this is the one that did it for me, because the color combination. I think the blue on the bezel might be the same as the blue version of this watch. But here, this gray and blue, oh my God, with a very discreet pattern. This is the one that really sold the MarineMaster to me. There's only, I think, 300 made of this limited edition, so I would really recommend you, if you've been on the fence, to grab this one. I like the green, the black, and the blue, and I'm sure there will be more colors coming. But I couldn't go through with it. This one, I didn't even hesitate, because it is so beautiful. So it is very exciting. So in that regard, it is fun to compare the two, because a watch should make you feel special. I mean, it's just a watch, who cares? But, you know, you might as well feel something when you wear it, right? Feel special. And this MarineMaster, or any MarineMaster, the original ones with the big MarineMaster wording on it, were also very cool. You know, SBDX 001, I think, and then there was 017, if I'm not mistaken. There's a few ones, some with golden accents. They've got a vibe to them, and again, you feel like someone has taken care putting it together. Something that sometimes we complain about with the lower end Seiko, which are very machined, and there's little mistakes here and there, misapplied markers which are pressed on the lower end. Here it is all handmade. Well, not all of it, but the markers are hand applied, and everything is just so sharp. The attention on the hands, which are brushed, might not see it in the light here. It's just a cool design language all over. There's nothing wrong with it. If you can get over the thickness of it, man, you're gonna have so much fun wearing this watch. And my wrist is 17 centimeters. Honestly, no problem for me wearing it. I think I can wear it down to 16, even 15 and a half centimeter wrists. The Rolex wears easy. Well, it's actually a bit slightly larger because of the lugs here, the width of the lugs, but it just wears very comfortably. It's a fantastic one watch because you have the date, you have a quick timer on the fly. It's fun to play with that bezel, and it's a watch that will keep its value and keep on rising in value. I think you can still get the Seiko 4000 at a reasonable price when you compare to the new ones, the crazy prices for the Hulk, which has been made for 10 or 11 years, while this was made for less than 3 years. The Seiko 4000 to me is the one to get, and forget about the long power reserve of the new movements. I mean, who cares if you wear it on the weekend only? It's going to stop anyway, so 48 hours is enough. And if you just wear it once every couple of days, it's still going to keep on running. And I think it's going to be more durable than a larger barrel, a larger mainspring, and a slightly thinner mainspring. I think this is a proven solid watch. And also very silent. The rotor doesn't make any noise on these because it's not on turning on ball bearings. Third time I used the word ball bearings. Maybe this time I used it properly, actually. Yeah, so this is luxury, but honestly, I feel very luxurious when I wear this, and your mind tricks you in thinking it's just a Seiko. It can't be that luxurious, can it? But honestly, which one would you like to wear right now for if you wanted to have fun and stand out from the crowd? It's a conflicting feeling for me, because sometimes I feel like, oh, I should be wearing my Rolex right now and be the man. But then I wear this, I'm like, I'm the man that has a watch that's different, that dares to be different. What else is there to say, you know? With Rolex, you also pay for the fact that there is white gold on the hands and indices. You pay certainly for the name, but Seiko too has become a bit more expensive. I mean, the finishing, there's just not there's not much of it on the Rolex. I mean, there's not even a bevel anymore on the new watches, right? With those when the cases got bigger. I mean, look at the work on the Seiko. I mean, it's not even grand Seiko. I mean, even the bracelet. I mean, look at the work on the bracelet. And I do like something very sober, very simple, but I mean, look at the work done on that. Yes, it's pins and colors to hold it, but Patek uses the same on the Nautilus, don't they? The signature there is cool. The ProSpex logo finally looks good somewhere. I think it looks good on this watch, here on the crown, and also on the dial itself. It's got a nice look to it, sort of a triangular shape of the words there. While Rolex has a whole book written on the dial. Always a point of contention. And this one has some writing in the back. Many of them don't have it. I mean, the clasp is the supreme clasp in the game. I mean, there's nothing like it. I mean, this articulation here, the beauty of the finishing here. You know, the glide lock. It is a supreme design, and you get a diver's extension on top of it with this model here. Unbeatable. I mean, the unbeatable quality, but the MarineMaster feels as quality as the Rolex, and I think there's more personal attention, human attention in the making of this than of the Rolex, which makes it for 3,000 such a bargain, doesn't it? Anyway, let me know what you think about these two in the comments. They're kind of complementary in a collection. I think if you want to have more fun sometimes, you can wear the MarineMaster, and when you want to be a bit more serious, you're gonna wear the Sea Dweller. But both just amazing watches. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.